Though extreme mobility is not required through the shoulders, we do on toes to bar want to make sure that we are trying to get our shoulders to swing forward. In order to do this, I kind of want to do this thing with my head that looks a bit like a turtle sticking its head out of the shell. As my feet swing backward, I want to push my shoulders and forehead forward. What that's going to do is create a stretch on the underside of my arm, so in the lats and sometimes in the pecs. And from this position in the stretch will want to recoil, and it helps swing my shoulders back. During a set of toes to bar, your shoulders do move, even though we're focused more on the middle of the torso that's going to be swinging forward and back. But we just want to make sure that there's adequate amount of movement through your shoulders in the case that you are one of those people that needs to do a lat pull down on the back side of the toes to bar to get the toes to reach the bar. Though that's not for everybody. This is still a very good exercise because that can help with your kipping pull-ups as well. So as you guys do this, you want to start from a dead hang. And because we're starting from the beginning, you don't want to go crazy on this. Just go easy, push your head forward, head back, forward and back. As you swing through, try to push your head a little bit further and swing your head back less. You'll see that I'm doing less lat pull down here. I want to keep my head in between my arms and then push it forward as I swing forward. This will get you used to feeling that stretch in the front. There are other mobility exercises and stretches that we can do to increase the amount of range of motion if you do not have much. There's not a lot required, but if you don't have much, you may consider some other things to help get the mobility in your thoracic and underarms. Let me show you. Here's a really simple one because everybody has a wall somewhere around them in life. We're going to put our hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width. Put your hands flat against the wall and then push your hips back and aim your head toward the floor down there. You can see I can actually let my hands slide down. This is good. You want to let your hands slide down. That way you don't hit your head on the wall and you can work on getting a little bit more flexion through your shoulders. Shoulder flexion is this position here, and that's what we're trying to increase by doing this stretch. Hold it about 30 seconds, and what you can do to make a little bit more active stretch is when you're down here, as you're doing these 30 seconds, every 5 or so, try to push against the wall. Now, you won't see much from the camera, but I'm pushing against the wall with my hands, and then I can relax a little bit. And I push and hold, and relax, and push and hold, and relax. By pushing and holding and then relaxing, we're allowing the muscle to feel strong in this position, and so it is more comfortable with releasing more range of motion to allow you to go down because it knows that it can control, your body knows that it can control that range of motion by being able to apply force. Therefore, it trusts the stretch. You can get a little bit more mobility just by doing this once every few days. One of my personal favorites, I call the med ball thoracic opener. It's one of my favorites because it kind of stretches the whole spine into this arch position, and I get to use this med ball, lay on the ground. It's very low intensity. We want to be an arm's reach away from a post. So here, put my hand over the post, the ball is here. That's pretty close. I'm just going to roll it a little bit further. Okay, so just a little further than your arm's reach, and try to get the hold flat. I'm going to keep my hips up as I lay my back on it. And then I take my hands and I reach as far down as I can on the post. From here, I want to, maybe not wear grips, but lace my fingers around and then try to sit down toward the floor. As I'm sitting in this position, I try to use my heels, which you can't see from the camera, and point my toes to pull my body this way. I use the heel of my shoe to try to get my body further away from the post, and so that's going to be more of a stretched out position than close to the post. So we want to try to get as far away from the post as possible and sit down on the floor. You can actually relax in this position with your head back or forward. I actually prefer it forward, and just hold for about 30 seconds. From there, hips up, bring your arms over slowly because it is a strong stretch, and then you're good to go.